Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Today is, I don't know if you knew this, a national holiday. It is Diana's birthday, and if you're not celebrating it, I'm now giving you the excuse. Okay, it may not be a national holiday, maybe one day. It is a national holiday here within our house, and we will be celebrating it. If you'd like to wish Diana a happy birthday, it's go.tagjag.com/Diana's birthday. There are probably a few more holidays we could stand to use. National holidays or even international holidays, specifically in geek history. Dates to remember. And we've outlined them for you in the corresponding article, aptly titled 5 Days in Geek History That Should Be Holidays. I mean, we give holidays to some random presidents and to some people who've done some social good in our country. What about some of the geeks and nerds? I think they need to be recognized. Well, this is one of the reasons why we put this article together. So let me go ahead and +1 it while I'm there, because I'm looking at the article, liking it on Facebook, and of course posting it to Twitter. January 7th, 1943, or just January 7th, a couple days ago, at least at the time of this recording, should be Nikola Tesla Day. Tesla did so much to advance science, and his inventions have been largely ignored. Tesla had cracked the nut in delivering wireless electricity. We could be completely wireless, and it could have happened decades ago. But didn't happen because some big companies said, well, then how would we charge for it? So it came down to money. So I'm a huge Tesla fan, and I don't mean the car. Lord knows I can't afford one of those. But Nikola Tesla should be celebrated every January 7th. And if you didn't celebrate it this year, you should next year. January 17th. I mean, we celebrate some of our founding fathers. George Washington, certainly in a holiday. But what about Benjamin Franklin? You want to talk about another amazing inventor? I mean, if Benjamin Franklin was not a geek, I don't know how you define one. The guy was always creating. He was a Renaissance man outside the Renaissance. January 17th is the day you should be celebrating Benjamin Franklin and all of his creations, everything that he did. And you got to keep in mind that some of the things you use today were influenced by the things that people did years ago, eons ago. That's how life works, at least our human condition. We learn from others. And these are people to be celebrated, even if you don't live in the United States. You were touched by these people, not physically. At least I assume you'd probably be dead. So, speaking of inventors, we got another one in January of all times. And in fact, it almost makes me wonder if we should have like a Geek Appreciation Month in January. If only because January 27th, 1880, well, that would be the exact year, but January 27th should be Thomas Edison Day. Why not? Thomas Edison, one of America's greatest inventors. I don't know, you'd say who would be the greatest. I mean, that would be a completely different argument altogether. But come on! The light bulb? Dude, every time you flip on a switch and something illuminates, you have these people to thank. Electricity, light, inventions. These things, every inventor on the planet, I would consider a geek because they got to be passionate about what it is that they're doing. And they're creating. Is there a geekier pursuit than creating something? You can't just look at something and be a geek. You've got to get in there. You got to get passionate. You got to share that passion with everybody, regardless of what they think. You create with what you have in front of you. That is nerdy, geeky. It's an amazing pursuit. All in January. Those 3 people in January should be celebrated. Why not? January should be Geek Appreciation Month. I'm saying it right now. Okay, let's move on in months. Alexander Graham Bell. You like this thing? Glad you do. Because this phone may not be here if it weren't for Alexander Graham Bell. March 10th should be the day that you mark on your calendar. And if you need, a synopsis of all this, of course, you can look at the article. That's exactly what I'm going on right now for my notes. July 20th, and this is a bit broader, should be Space Exploration Day. Landing on the moon was a big deal. It was the first time that we know of humankind has stepped onto an object that was not the Earth. And it's a pretty big deal. If we do not continue to explore our world and what it has to offer through science and technology, or worlds beyond us, what are we doing? Not much. I can hope that one day we'll find ourselves in a Star Trek-ish society, exploring the galaxy, meeting other civilizations, and making ourselves better. And if there is a bottom line to what life is all about, it's being happy and making ourselves better for future generations. Us, humans. So there are our suggestions. You may have other suggestions for geek holidays. You may want to celebrate somebody else and you believe that they've changed the world or, really influenced humanity in such a dramatic way. But I'm going to go on record. I think January is the month for geek appreciation. If you are not a geek, why don't you go find one and tell them you appreciate them? You've got time. It's still January. You should be fine. Go ahead. Do it. Thank a geek. Appreciate them.